Welcome back to round 2 of my French connection, people. In this round I end up in a sort of train yard area where they refurbish trains, and the next one is a little bit of a woodland in the middle of what appears to be quite a major World War I battle area. There's actually was a cemetery not too far away from where I slept finally, called the Dud Cemetery. I think it was spelt D-U-D Cemetery, where a load of British soldiers were buried. But there's lots of fun in this one, lots of discoveries, lots of thoughts, lots of whimsies, so enjoy the ride. Just as a bit of a side note too, just so you don't get confused, this actually starts off with a snippet of what goes on later in the video, then it switches over to the end of the bunker video, which is the morning after my bunker sleep, and then we get into the proper video as well. Thanks guys. This is what I'm saying about this being quite stealthy, and it just looks like somebody's covered over some materials. I don't think he had any clue. That feels so cheeky though. Oh, it feels so cheeky. Cheeky and sly at the same time. Oh man. Right, anyway, back to my brew. I got the tea on the boil. Good morning, good morning, good morning. G'day fellas. Good morning. Wasn't a bad sleep in here last night. It was really alright. Stay tuned, I'm going to pack up this lot now. Thank you bunker for keeping me for the night. It was a pleasant sleep, it really was, and I didn't have that much wildlife come and visit. Quite a few spiders in here. France has some funky spiders, that's all I can say. I'm going to pack up. That's your walk by for today. Don't get excited, it's going to be the only one. As I do not own an axe or carry an axe on me, I've always looked at this parang type thing, and they've got one in the shop window here. Don't know if you can see that through the glass, but I think the parangs are probably more versatile than what an axe is, so that would be my preferred go-to. Unfortunately the shop is closed, but I may chill here for a day and come back. G'day team. I think I've probably travelled about another 20 miles today. It's been slow going, I've not been rushing it, and I've finally made it onto the side of a quite a nice canal with a cycle track. Goes for quite a way, this one, so I'm probably going to be on this one for the next few days. And it's, I think the time is probably about 4:30, so I am now in the process of finding a kip spot. Anything suitable along the way, I'll bring you back when I get one. All right. It looks pretty secure though, by looking at it from here, but I'm still going to, oh no actually, oh no, yeah. I'm still going to go and have a look. I'll get a bit closer, see what's going on, and check out the front side first. There is a gap in the fence there as well. Things might be looking up. So I think I may have found a better option actually. I'm just not sure what the legalities are in France of railway land and carriages and cars that have been left to maybe spares, maybe repair, maybe rot. I don't know. But there's a few different types, so I'd say it's probably a train carriage graveyard by the looks of it. I mean, this whole complex looks like there's some good shelter over there, but this fencing is very popular here, this green fencing. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Very fine wire, looks like number 8 fencing wire, but it'd be a lot more high tensile than what we're used to in New Zealand. Very cheap to erect and not impossible to climb, but certainly would be difficult. It's definitely a deterrent. There's been plenty of places that I've seen which I thought would be good, but yeah, this is a disused rail yard. All these tracks here are overgrown as well. Right, I'll have a mooch around, I'll bring you back. Just gets better than better. Yesterday it was World War II bunkers, possibly World War One. I have no idea. Somebody did mention that it could be World War One. And now this. I mean, talk about being spoilt for choice when it comes to accommodation. There's one over there. It's actually there's a door open on that one. I can't believe they're so accessible though. It's mental. Part of a engine room. There's some real old ones here though. Check out that one. I don't know if there's any dates on them. You train enthusiasts will be having a. I'll have to put train as a, or the railway as a back end tag to get all the train spotters in here. Maybe end up getting Francis Bourgeois, whatever his name is. I can't pronounce his surname. Amazing. I'm tempted to try a door or two. What's the lifespan? Internet, do your thing. What's the lifespan on an average train carriage? That's a motor one as well, not just a carriage, but a motor one. Yeah, I'd say this possibly could be some place that reconditions, because look, they've cut a roof off here. Or maybe that's part. No, that's part of all this. Carriages number 18. Okay, so my den for the night is made. I chose not to go into the carriage, even though there is that one open over there. I just didn't feel right doing it. I mean, as it turns out, this is a restoration yard. It's where they restore a lot of vintage carriages, and it just didn't feel like it didn't sit right with me using them as shelter tonight. So I'm in the yard still, and I've set my tarp up, as you can see. Usual configuration these days is using my bike at one end to hold the other end up, and at the other end I have a barbecue table, picnic table, and a little aluminium pole there just to hold up the centre. Got my bedroll set up halfway to the picnic table, and then it goes under the picnic table, so I'm really well sheltered here. I'll show you from the outside. One thing I've found that I've discovered that is actually a bonus doing it this way with a tarp in an area such as this is, for all intents and purposes, that could just be a tarp covering materials that they need for doing what they do here. You know, it's perfectly logical. Apart from the fact you could probably see my feet sticking out from under there, but you know, at a glance, I don't think that's too bad, is it? Well, I have myself a fresh seeded baguette, and I've bought some ham from a vending machine. So I'm going to fry up some ham in some coconut oil that I've also picked up today. Fried ham in coconut oil, sort of like a real nice bacon. Chuck that in my baguette. That's my tea tonight. I did have a good lunch though. I had a fish and chips for lunch today, but a French style fish and chips with some really intensely green flavoured mush. Not mash, but it's like a mush. It was like a spinach almost. That went down a treat. But that was a little while ago now, so I'm going to fill my belly with this ham and baguette. Probably shout out to Kenzie for sending me my new food bag here. Some of you may have been noticing this on the front of my bike. Kenzie, thank you very much. Also, John and Glenda for the new tyres, front and rear. Schwalbe's at that as well. Schwalbe Marathon Plus mountain bike ones. They're just exactly what I needed for this European leg, because my others were shot and I was having so much trouble finding them. They found them online and I met up with them in Portsmouth and had a drink with them in a pub. Bit of a natter, bit of a catch up. It was all very good. Nice to meet you both. All three of you, thank you so much. Cooking over mess tonight in my spirit burner. Spirit burner in the bush box. gives it just enough height, and it also gives it a more secure footprint for the fry pan. Quite like doing it that way. Plus there's not any dead trees around here. This is what I'm saying about this being quite stealthy, and it just looks like somebody's covered over some materials. I don't think he had any clue. That feels so cheeky though. Oh, it feels so cheeky. Cheeky and sly at the same time. Oh man. Right, anyway, back to my brew. I got the tea on the boil. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Looks like they might be refurbishing today. So misty this morning. Can't get over this. The first day here. Beautiful sunshine all day. Beautiful day, nice and warm. Yesterday, overcast, not really cold, but just a dreary sky. Today, look at that. Do you see what I see? Right, I'm going to get this lot packed up, see if I can hook you up somewhere. Not very nicely, that container. Morning. All I can say is it's apparently not the same sort of laws as the UK with the railway line, but then again it might not be classed as railway line because they do the refurbishments here. Could just be another industrial yard, I suppose. Because there's been a couple of people now that have, three lots of people now have gone past and not said a word. Not said one word. The guy's come over and he's closed that door that I was thinking of sleeping in yesterday. Good job I didn't. Good job the old conscience got the better of me there, and I decided not to take the liberty too hard. And there's another couple up there now faffing around with the end carriage. Not said anything, not even looked over. It's like I'm a ghost. I don't exist. Anyway, I'm just putting my coffee on. Found these coffee bags. Absolutely divine. Oh, decent coffee. Fresh coffee in a little like tea bag thing. I'll take it out the tea bag, chuck it in my cup and have like a cowboy coffee. It's very nice. Anyway, I'm slowly getting sorted. I've packed up. I'm just having a lazy start, as per. See you later.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Parlez français?
No.
English?
Yeah, English.
Yes.
Parlez anglais?
Yes.
Ah, oui.
I try.
Ah, we all try, mate. We all try. How are you?
Yes. I saw you yesterday at the cameras. The camera. You do this yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you.
Yeah. I saw that because I was.
Too cold?
No, I've got good gear, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So nice and warm, nice and cosy. Just having a cup of tea, cup of coffee.
Okay. This day. They laugh at me for my English.
Hey, his English is better than my French.
You cannot sleep.
No,
here.
I'm
Okay.
moving anyway. I'm going south.
I saw you yesterday no problem. No,
Yeah.
no tag, no broken.
I believe, you know, do no harm.
Yes.
Leave it as I found it, all my rubbish with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
super.
rubbish.
Super.
I
Thank
sleep and go.
Yes.
I'm going, I was in Dunkirk
Yes.
2 days ago,
Yes.
so I was cycling down,
Yes.
and I'm going to the Mediterranean coast,
Okay.
all on bicycle.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
nice, yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Guillaume.
Guillaume. Adam.
Adam. Adam. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good meal.
Beautiful coffee.
Yes.
Merci. Au revoir. Merci beaucoup. Well, this is a bit special. Come to the top of this rise here, and there's a cemetery here from World War One. I only know that because it's got the dates down there. I've got many, but I'm assuming this big expanse of field stuff, land, was probably the scene of a battle back in World War One. I'll get the name of it when I get back downstairs. I'm up on top of a tower at the moment. Not sure if you can see that all right. It's another beautiful day here. I'm just going to take myself 10 or 15 here. I've nearly come to the end of my day. It's not too late, it's probably about 4 o'clock at the moment. No, it won't be 3 o'clock I suppose. I could look, but I can't be bothered. Anyway, later guys. I'm thinking this is Arras over here, if you're familiar with anywhere. Arras, A-R-R-E-S. But there's a nice little tiny patch of woodland just over here. So I'm going to mooch over there. It means going through the field. I'll mooch over, see what it's like, see if it's going to be sufficient for tonight. I'll pull you back when I'm over there. Well, it is a tiny piece of woodland, this. Hesitate to call it a woodland, actually. It's probably no more than 15 to 20 metres by 20 metres. Work that out for all you imperial folk, someone, will you? We'll go with 15, 20 by 15. But I'm wondering if there was an old bunker here possibly, because in the middle of it there's a great big chunk of reinforced slaggy type concrete with reinforcing as well. Not only that, over this way, I mean, it's obviously feed for something as well. There's a few shotgun shells knocking around. So there's lumps of this reinforcing all over. So this here may have been a bunker placement, but there's, where did I see them? Over here, where my bike is. Old sleepers too, or slabs of wood that, if it was World War One, I think they used this type of stuff, didn't they? Again, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe a lot of the World War One bunkers were actually dug into the ground and lined with big slabs of wood like this. Like I say, I'm not 100% on that. But then you've got the concrete as well, which is loads of, I mean, that's I mean, that's crumbled. That possibly has been blown up, I would suppose. Again, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in this at all. Plenty of nettle, so I think I'll be indulging some blood cleansing tea tonight as well. There's a lot of bones over there as well, like animal bones. I might show you them later when I wander back over. Well, I need to edit a video as well for Wednesday. It's Monday now. I might start the editing anyway. I can always add to it. It's as peaceful place as any. I've got a baguette on me. I've picked up some peanut butter and some Ovaltine butter, which is like peanut butter but made with Ovaltine. That's going to be an interesting experience. No bitching today. No putting the world to rights. There's other people that do that. Check in later, guys. This is interesting. Having a bit more of a mooch. It looks like an old ammo box. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure one of you lot would possibly be able to date this because it's got a unique feature. You can see this edge here, which is the opposite to where the handle is here. That there has got a slight, it's not a 90, it sort of looks like it goes, looks like it's almost chevron shape, yeah? So if you can see that sort of like the naval chevron that they get in everything to do with the Navy in England, it's got that sort of shape. There's a bit of text on the side there, but it's too far gone to read. Apologies if my camera work is a bit shoddy, so I've got to use the front camera on this phone. It gets annoying sometimes. Tango Motel Tango. Interesting. Internet, do your thing. Date that for me. So the mysteries just carry on piling up here, guys. There's a pile of rubble, more of this reinforced concrete, you know, the slag type concrete. And there's stuff piled on top like it was almost covering something. So me being a curious cat and all, I've dug down to have a look slightly. Yeah, see, it goes green. It's a glass disc that's green. There's loads of them. Under there, there's like, I don't know. And then they're separated by these iron things. They've got numbers on 1512, LEV 58. They remind me of the things you get in the big substations, the big power stations, you know, the glass insulators. But what would they be doing here? Unless this, oh, here's the thought, maybe this was a power generating place, or a power distribution point for whoever it was during the war that was here, possibly. I don't know. This is all just guesswork on the spot, yeah? Working off what I've got. It's very interesting though. There's so many, I mean, look at these. I've just been wandering around having a nosy. I've had to display them for display purposes. There's a lot of bones. I've pulled this one up here. So, there you go. And there's a guy named Sakaya, Brad, on my Patreon, who's done quite a lengthy comment on, he's just watched the video I've got on Patreon as well, on what the possible scenario is here for here. This one has unfortunately been damaged, which may have happened in a bombing back in the day, because it looks like this thing should have carried on going, but this is all, you know, that there's shattered, isn't it? So it would have carried on. I don't know how long that would have been back in the day, but those glass things there, they'd make a cool top of a lamp. I mean, I would love to. It's times like this I wish I had my shed with my tools, because I'd take the glass off these and I'd make some sort of lamp with that, maybe one at the top, one at the bottom, with a bulb in the middle. That would just look, that would look so nice, I think, especially the green as well, when it comes through, that green that I showed you earlier. Beautiful. Anyway, I've been mooching around here, just having a nosy, doing a bit of scraping, going back to the mudlarking days. Scraping here, scraping there with my little trowel that I use as a, that's what I use to make a toilet when I need to make a toilet. But I've got to get set up now. I don't know what the time is, but I'm going to get my bedroll set up. get comfy, get cozy, and get on to editing this video. And I'm gonna, if I get a chance, I'll do a bit more filming here as well. Sorry, in the shade there, wasn't I? Got the sun over there. Got to remember about the lights. Bad enough remembering the audio, you got to remember the ambience as well. Anyway, later guys, thank you. So I've decided to show you my setup again, because there's always new viewers and they're probably always intrigued about how I go about just finding a spot. I mean, this is only a small area. Yeah, we're only talking, say it again, we're only talking 15 by 20. But even within that much space, you've got to find the right spot. So I know the sun's setting over that way this evening, like it does every evening for this time of year. So I've put myself on this side of this little woodland, just so I've got more light in the morning, more sunshine. It's nice to put your brew on and have a cup of tea with the sun there coming down on you first thing in the morning. It's just such a beautiful way to start the day. And out of all this area of the woodland here, I've decided there's a structure here. I'm assuming because when I first turned up here, there was a little, I think it was a hare, took off running. I showed you the skulls before, so it's obviously some sort of killing ground, I suppose. There's old structures here for keeping things in. I really don't know. As well as the war relics as well. But there's this, which is some sort of hide for, you know, I mean, there's shotgun shells all over the place. And between that and the tree, and I put my bike there, as you can see it, it's quite a relatively flat ground there in between the tree and the hide. So I'm going to set myself up there. I'm not even going to worry about a tarp tonight. It's not rained since I've been in France. I'm going to be under the stars, under these trees, under the woodland. Out in it, man. It's, you want to next time you go on holiday, next time you go camping, ditch the tent, ditch the tarp, just get out beneath the sky, man. Honestly, it's a real special way to fall asleep, and it's a special way to wake up to as well. It's can't put it into words. You need to experience it for yourself, because it is a and if you do it continually, if you do it for a long time, day after day after day after day, week after week, you just sleep out. I find when I sleep indoors, I can only get a good night's sleep if I flick the electricity off at the box. A certain family member I used to stay with before my current existence happened, used to get quite annoyed with me when I used to turn the power off at the mains, just so I know, because I know sleeping in that EMF, the electromagnetic box, as it were, didn't do me any good. Didn't do me any good. I sleep far better outside, and doing that day after, I'm fucking waffling here, excuse the language, doing that day after day after day after day, it messes with me, which I suppose is why I'm quite happy doing it this way. And until you've experienced it yourself, until you've ingrained yourself in that, no one is going to be... Oh, interesting. Okay, remind me to show you this, what I've just spied. Okay, yeah, to do it justice, I can't put it into words. I've just seen this. I've just got a notification my battery's about to go as well on the phone. But what do you see here? Now you've just pointed that out. It's a pylon stanchion, isn't it? Electrical pylon. There's one there in that corner, one here, and here. It's not a very big one. I mean, it only spans 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 5 metres by 5 metres for the base, but that would certainly explain a lot of the discoveries here, especially with those electrical insulators. So where that is there is right underneath where the pylon was. So it's probably some electrical distribution point from back in the day that got bombed. One of my mini power banks, if you've seen the short for my my hobo YouTube setup. Not a short, it was a full-on video, wasn't it? It was a full-on video I did of what I used to create my content. Sounds a bit wanky when I say create, but when I do what I do, yeah. There we go, that's charging. Right, so I'm gonna set up my sleep spot. I'll probably end up time-lapsing this on the edit, because you don't want to see scrape by scrape, do you? All I'm doing is I'm just basically getting rid of you know, stuff you don't want to be sleeping on. Rocks and stones and old tiles and when I used to do this in London, it was a case of checking for needles and excrement, which is unfortunate, but it's when you're in a city, that's what you've got to do. And there's a fine line between prepping the area and scraping it too much as well, because I find if you scrape it too much, you disturb all the bugs that are underneath, and then they come forward and they can cause you a few issues too. Now, because I'm only here for one night, you know, like a here we go, because I'm a proper nomad and I'm only travelling that, you know, by the day, and I'm only here for one night, I'm not going to waste any time collecting poxy moss and squeezing the moss out so I've got a bed. You know, I'm not going to be doing anything like that. I've got a blow-up mattress, you know, for what it cost me. I'm going to be using that with my thermal mat underneath as well. So much easier. I mean, if we're talking apocalypse material, even in the apocalypse I still wouldn't be squeezing moss out, to be fair. I'd get comfy elsewhere. It's like foraging as well. I mean, yeah, if you need to do it, if you're at the end of if you're on your ass and at the end of your tether and you need to go foraging through the day to supplement your diet, by all means, but you're going to spend a lot of the time of the day doing that stuff. You know, I'd rather chuck a tin of beans or, in this case, a baguette and some peanut butter. I've got ham tonight again, baguette. Peanut butter's really good, I find, because it's good oils, it's good, it's not bad protein, but the bread as well with the carbs, it keeps me going during the day. Peanut butter and a baguette, beautiful. So that's me, man. That's prepped. You know, I'll chuck my thermal mat down there. I'll get my bedroll and in fact I'll do that now. Creature comforts. My whole sleep system, my lounge, my man cave is all contained in that. I mean, that's not light, you know. I mean, that's probably 7 kilo there, I reckon. I've got my pyjamas in there. I bought some new pyjama pants. I don't need my tarp. The tarp probably weighs a good just over 1 kilo. Because I've got my bungee cords in there as well as my paracord and my tent pegs. So that's probably a good 1,300 grams in that alone. I roll it up in such a way I know where I start to roll from. That's where my head goes. We'll just have a final look for any nasty little pokey sticks or stones. Don't break my bones. This is a down jacket, a guy Forsaken Horde in America. He sent it to me. It's a 33,000 foot one off Amazon, and it's not so bad now, but I mean I'm still wearing it at night time. That just goes over. I've got like a thin thermal top on under here, and I just put this over the top, and that combined with my sleep system here, it sees me fine through the night. In this bag here I have my little inflator for my sleep mat, my little jet engine. I've got, which I'll be using tonight, a bug net as well. This is, tell you, crucial. The bug net is crucial this time of year. Now, in fact, I didn't use it in the UK through winter because you don't need to, but being in France, now with this heat, with this weather, with this climate, that's all right. I've also got just a woolen hat in here and a little, this is like an ear warmer thing, but I use that over my eyes. It's just like a bit of a, cuts the light out. That sees me right, that does. But this climate mat that I've got, the Climate, whatever it is, you know, the Comfort V1, it only takes 10 full lungfuls to inflate. So ten of them and she's done. I've got a bivy bag here that I haven't used since I've been in France because it adds an extra layer of heat, the bivy bag. So I took that off. It's a Alp kit, Hunker XL. I bought that on recommendation from a fellow creator who I'm sure you will all know, that goes by the name of Claire Bear. She had one of these. I don't know if she still uses it, but she used it in one of her videos. She used it all the time, but in one of the videos she was like amazed at how waterproof it was. And I was looking at the time for a bivy bag, so it was sort of like information collided at the same time. And I went down to Kingston-on-Thames to the Guy Outdoors store because they sold them. They had a Alp kit store in Kingston-on-Thames, so I went down and picked one up. 60 odd quid, but I'll tell you what, they are brilliant. They are really brilliant. Anyway, so that's me. That's what I'm done. Like I say, with this one here, this is a sort of a semi-winter kit bag. I've got my Helicon Tex Swagman poncho, which doubles as a very lightweight sleeping bag, but it's a good warm poncho. It's what I use through winter a lot for the evenings before you get into your sleeping bag, you know, sort of dossing. But now what I do with that, obviously there's my pyjamas, because we're not in really a climate to do that. I've also got my buffalo top here, which is brilliant, and it has served me so well through winter. This was a godsend, this. Given to me by a very good friend that used to own a surplus store. But now I use it, obviously when it's cold days I use it, but I can zip that up there, pull the drawstring around the neck, and I'll get my Helicon Tex poncho, I'll chuck that in there. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? I'm sure some of you do. I'll just give that a bit of a, call it a reef knot, my old scout days. And that there gives me a very nice pillow because you've got the fleece lining of the buffalo top. That's beautiful. That's me for the night. Put my gym jams on. Yes, I'm a homeless nomad, but I've got gym jams because I'm not sleeping in my day clothes. One thing you never want to do is sleep in your day clothes. Ditch the socks, ditch the pants, take the shirt off, chuck a warm top on, put your gym jams on. Can't go wrong. Right, I'm going to put a tea on. I remembered back in the woodland there, I saw a big sheet of polystyrene, so I thought scraping the ground was a waste of time. I don't know how that got there, because we're in the middle of a mass field. I'll show you in the morning. I'll do the perimeter for you in the morning, because it's just what I'm going to do. Which will be in the next video, because this is going to be the last bit for the next video on Wednesday. So you won't see the morning of this camp until Saturday. Like I said, it's all very strange the way it works out, but it's how I'm structuring my videos now. And the only reason I'm doing it that way is to pull you back to watch it, you see. So there's a bit of there's a bit of common sense going on upstairs sometimes. I'll show you what the camp starts like, and if you want to see the end of it, which I'm sure some of you do, and you want to see the outside, you've got to come back on Saturday to watch the next one. There's that pointing again. So I'll put the polystyrene down there. Luckily, I didn't have to cut it. And I don't have to use my thermal mat as well, which I forgot to put down before, which got me thinking. I mean, how is that? You know, I mean, gee, come on guys. No dead wood, no widow makers. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to go and pick some nettles. And I might make myself a blood cleansing nettle tea. As soon as I've stung myself already with them. Kenzie, I've said it before in this video, but I'm going to say it again, because having everything contained in this bag is just wonderful. It really is, when it comes to organising. You know, when you stop for the evening and you want to start refuelling, having everything contained in that one bag, you know, it's just makes life just that little bit easier. Kenzie, thank you again. Just got to take you to the edge of this little wood here and show you the sky. It's so nice. I'll spin you around. Those three domey structures with the spikes on top that you can see, that's the back end of the cemetery that I passed earlier. A few pheasants knocking around too. I reckon that's what this little area is. It's to entice the pheasants in, I'm thinking. That's what the little drinking stations are for, and the grubbing areas that I've seen. Get the pheasants in. They're hiding here with shotguns. Go boom boom. Hang them up. You got some meals, haven't you? It's a honey trap.